Hi everyone, welcome to Nancy's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today's dish is a famous dish in the Mediterranean countries. It's stuffed vine leaves. Most of the Mediterranean countries, they eat it as an appetizer cold. But in Egypt, we cook it hot. Today, I'm going to show you the Egyptian way. So let's start. Here I have all my ingredients. This is the vine leaves that I'm using. I bought them from the Arabic store, and this is a good brand that you can find in Arabic stores or Mediterranean stores. And this is 1 pound of vine leaves. I have tomato. This is like half a tomato and like quarter of an onion. This is just to put at the bottom of the pot that I will use. I will use 1 lemon. The lamb that I'm using is 1 pound minced lamb. This is 1 cup of rice. I just soaked it in some boiling water. I will use 1 onion and 1 teaspoon of garlic minced. These are slices of garlic that I will spread all around in the bottom of the pot and also between the layers of the vine leaves. My spices are simple today, it's just salt and pepper. And then I'm going to use 1.5 cup of chicken stock. And of course, I will use olive oil. First, I will start by boiling the vine leaves to make them soft. So I will put it on the stove for 10 minutes and I will cover it. So I will start by preparing my pot. I will add some olive oil. This is maybe like 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to add these vegetables. I'll add some onions. I will add the slices of tomatoes. I will also add some slices of garlic. This is like 2 cloves of garlic I chopped into slices. And I will show you how I will continue to use it between the layers of the vine leaves. Now the pot is ready. I'm going to prepare the mix that I will put in the vine leaves. Here is 1 onion, as I said, and 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm going to put my rice. Then I'm going to put the meat. I'm going to add my spices, the salt, pepper, and the Egyptians, my friends from Egypt and my family who are watching me, will say, why are you using lamb? We are used to use beef, but then when I discovered the taste of lamb, especially with the vine leaves, I decided that I will switch to the lamb from now on. And now I started mixing, as you see. I prefer short grain rice. That's what I grew up on using. I don't think that the basmati rice would be a good choice. I never tried it, to be honest. But most of the Mediterranean dishes, when they use rice, they use the short grain rice. In Italy, they use short grain rice. Most of my dishes, I use the short grain rice. Smells amazing, very, very strong. You have to mix very, very well so that all the spices, the salt, the pepper with garlic and onion are mixed together. Now it's ready. And I'm waiting for the vine leaves to boil. And then I'm going to show you how to make it. So now I checked after 10 minutes, just started to boil. So I'm going to leave it another 5 minutes and I will add some olive oil, like 1 or 2 tablespoons, just to help soften the leaves a little bit. I will cover and leave it for another 5 minutes. All right, so I drained my vine leaves after they boiled for 15 minutes. And now I'm preparing a plate where I'm going to show you how to stuff the vine leaves. And here is my ready pot where I'm going to put the vine leaves, the stuffed vine leaves after I finish. So also I want to tell you a trick or a secret to this recipe. After you boil, you don't get rid of the water. You put them in a container. And then I'm just using 1/4 cup of this liquid after it boiled because it's citric. That's the vine leaves broth, and it's usually citric, and we want to add this taste to our vine leaves. So I will add this 1/4 cup to my chicken broth. So the total of the liquid that I will add at the end is 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup. I'm not sure if I need it all. I just eyeball it. So the maximum that I will use is 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup. I need to cover it. I need to make sure it's covered with liquid. So we will see at the end how much we need. This is my vine leaf. This is the rough part, and this is the smooth part. I am going to put my stuffed rice with meat on the rough part. So I will put the smooth one at the bottom like this on my plate. Then I'm facing the rough part. This is where I will put a little bit of rice and meat. And I will squeeze them like that, make them straight. This is how it looks like. Then I will get this part of the leaf up. Then I will bring the sides in. Then I'm going to roll it all the way to the top. I'm going to do that again. I will put the sides, tie them in, then fold again. Here you go, the first one. Now I can see this one is a bit thicker than what I wanted. So I will make sure that the next one, I will not put a lot of rice. In Egypt, the ladies are like competing who has the thinner vine leaves. I know that in Greece they do it thicker, but in Egypt we have to do it a little bit thinner than the Greek one. Here I'm going to remove a little bit. I just eyeball it. I don't know what's the quantity of the rice and meat in each one, but you will get used to it if you start making it. This is one of the most dishes that please the guests. So I will keep making it until I make the first row. So the way we put it in the pot is a spiral way. So we put around the edge first, then we go in until we reach the center. I do this squeeze part at the end to make sure that it's tucked in together. This is one of my favorite dishes, to be honest. I love the Mediterranean dishes. That's what I eat. And one of my favorites is this dish. And we can eat it as a side dish next to any meat like lamb, preferable lamb, especially that we are using lamb in this recipe. It goes very, very well with any kind of grilled meat. And also we eat it with another side dish or another sauce. It's that tzatziki. We add that tzatziki on top, and or you can dip it in, and it tastes so amazing. Two flavors together, they match very, very well. There are some big ones and there are some medium ones. So I will save the small ones for the center because usually we need small ones in the center. Sometimes you will need to put the second half of the vine leaf. You need to tuck in the sides. So in some vine leaves, you will find that the stem is still there. You can just remove it with a knife. This is how my row looks like. And I will keep going until I reach like almost the top. You don't want to overload your pot with vine leaves, and then there is no space for the chicken broth. And also it boils and sometimes it rises. So we need to leave like at least 1 inch on the top. And I'm going to show you how my pot looks like after I'm done. Self-comfortable while you are doing that, while you are putting the stuffed vine leaves in the pot and stuffing the vine leaves, because it will take a long time, especially if you are by yourself. You can definitely ask for help. You can do it with your family and friend, and this way it's fun. So I'm using today a small pot, and I will have some extra mix and some extra leaves. I'm going to show you how you can freeze them and use them another time. you can definitely go ahead and just make a big pot one time and that's it. But today I just decided to make a small one. So I will show you how to freeze the rest if you have any extras. So now I'm finally done with my vine leaves pot. They are all ready now. So now I'm going to add the chicken broth. I just heated it a little bit. I'm going to add it on the whole pot. As I told you, I will check how much I need. Maybe I won't use the whole amount of 1 cup and 3/4. I have to use a small dish to cover the pot. So that's what I'm using now. And if I push, you will see that the water is covering it. That's what I want. So I used here like 3/4 cup of broth. Now I will put it on the stove on medium high until the liquid starts to boil or the chicken broth starts to boil. Then I'm going to cover it and then I will put it on low. Now I'm going to add my half a lemon and I will save the second half for after it's done and I take it out. This is when I put the second half. We don't want to add a lot of lemon because it might turn into a bitter taste. And I'm going to put my dish, the small dish. Then I'm going to cover it and leave it to cook for 15 to 20 minutes. So as I said at the beginning, it will be on medium high. And when I see it's boiling from the sides, this is when I turn it down to low. Just like the rice, you start by making it on medium or medium high and see when the water starts to boil and the rice absorb it. This is when I put it on low. Same thing for the stuffed vine leaves. So now it's still on medium high. And in 1 or 2 minutes, I'm going to switch to low. Welcome back, everyone. Now I finally have my vine leaves ready after 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes. I'm going to remove the dish. It's very hot. And I'm going to show you how you will present it. This is a dish, a serving dish. I'm going to put it on the top and I'm going to flip it over. This is how it looks like. And you can easily remove all the vegetables that we put on the bottom. And then I will show you how you can present it in a plate. And we usually eat it with tzatziki. So I'm going to put 1 spoon of tzatziki. This is how it looks like. And I'm going to just dip the vine leaves in the tzatziki and try it. It tastes delicious. It tastes amazing. Now I'm going to show you what I did with the remaining rice or the mixture of rice and meat and the remaining vine leaves. I put them in freezer bags. I made sure that there is no air and I'm just going to freeze them and use them whenever I like. Thank you so much for watching my episode today. I hope you liked the stuffed vine leaves episode. Please leave me comments below on how you made it. And if you are in any Mediterranean country, please tell me how you eat it. And I hope that you can like and subscribe and see you next time.